Our first real taste of awards gold will happen this Sunday at the Golden Globes, but this video is not about the Golden Globes. It's about the Oscars and going down all the different acting categories and who's likely to be nominated and who's in the frontrunner status. But that doesn't mean I'll be not talking about the Golden Globes live stream right now, which you can have here on the channel. We'll watch together, we'll have a good time. But without further ado, let's talk about the Oscars and all the different acting categories. Yes, so the Oscars this year feature, I think, a lot of just slugfests in acting categories and figuring out not only who's going to win, but the 5 ladies and gentlemen that will be nominated in each of their roles. I'm going to start here with the Best Actress category, which I think it's safe to say the locks for Best Actress right now. You have Mikey Madison for Nora, Carla Sofia Gascon for Emilia Perez, Cynthia Erivo for Wicked, and Demi Moore for The Substance. Those 4 seem pretty deserving and pretty much a lock everywhere in award season, but the big question now becomes who may get that 5th spot. A lot of people are betting on Angelina Jolie for Maria, a very artsy, showy biopic performance that featured her singing some opera, some very talented work there from Angelina Jolie. Marianne Jean-Baptiste from Hard Truths is definitely more the indie circuit darling. She's picking up more and more momentum as the season goes on, but we'll have to see if what we get from the critics groups and nominations and some wins will translate over to other award bodies, maybe BAFTA nominations. We'll have to see there. Fernanda Torres for I'm Still Here, and Nicole Kidman for Baby Girl. These are kind of all the women that are on the outside. I think a lot of people are going to be looking at the drama category for the Golden Globes this weekend to see who wins, because I think whoever wins that category, if they give a good enough speech, there's a good chance they can find themselves in that 5th slot. And if you're asking me which of the 4 locks is most at risk, I kind of think it could be Cynthia Erivo. Not to say that, she isn't deserving of an Oscar nomination. I think the Academy loves Wicked, but it is a more popular film, and it's not that easy sometimes to get nominated in a Best Actress role in a more studio, blockbustery type film. I think Demi Moore for The Substance is a big contender for winner. I think the Academy, as much as they love Wicked, I think they love Emilia Perez even more. So I don't see Carla Sofia Gascon getting snubbed. And Mikey Madison is our overall frontrunner. So if she gets snubbed, all hell will break loose in award season land. So that's kind of where I'm at. If I'm going to give a soft prediction, I think Jean-Baptiste will get in for Hard Truths. I think she's building up momentum. I think she's building up a decent campaign. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Jolie, Kidman, or Fernanda Torres find their way in that 5th slot. Best Actor, man, this is a race that is heavy at the top. Much like women, there's basically 4 people right now I think are guaranteed locks, not just for Best Actor nominations, but 4 people who I think all have serious contention to win this category. You have Adrien Brody in The Brutalist, probably the most frontrunner out there. Timothée Chalamet, another one that's kind of a frontrunner for a complete unknown. Colman Domingo of Sing Sing sees a resurgence post-nomination. He's somebody that can easily win with a very great performance. And Ralph Fiennes in Conclave, somebody that everybody predicted was going to be an easy Oscar shoo-in win earlier this year, is now feeling kind of like needing to go for more of the career award to get the win. The big question for male actors: who's going to fill that 5th spot? Sebastian Stan has a couple options with The Apprentice and A Different Man, but are the Academy going to go for the Donald Trump movie? Maybe not. Is A Different Man going to get enough love? Maybe not. You have Jesse Eisenberg with The Real Pain, who really feels like a real pain in Jesse Eisenberg. is losing a lot of momentum in this category. He's missed nominations a couple different places. The movie isn't getting as much nominations across the board in critics groups or things like Critics' Choice. So I don't know if Jesse Eisenberg's a good pick there. Daniel Craig, as a career person with Queer, is everybody's favorite for the 5th spot right now. But I wouldn't put out there like Hugh Grant for Heretic. That's a role that's been getting him a lot of nominations in different areas. And he has a good career path if he gets in at SAG. I can see Hugh Grant making a play here for the Best Actor nomination. Who's going to win this? I have no idea. I think it really comes down to if The Brutalist is going to be that dominating movie, that it's kind of flirting with it right now. Because if it is, I think Adrian Brody is your frontrunner. But I can see the career arc narrative for Ralph Fiennes getting his first Oscar coming through. Timothée Chalamet getting that biopic of Bob Dylan that he so brilliantly portrayed and acted. Easily can get his first Oscar. Coleman Domingo was just nominated last year for Rustin, and he delivers a winning-worthy performance in Sing Sing, so I'm not sure who's going to win this. I know the odds makers have Adrian Brody, but if The Brutalist isn't the Best Picture winner, I can see an upset happening here for any of these 4 main actors, and whoever gets in that 5th spot, I don't know if they'll have a chance at winning, but whether it's Hugh Grant, Eisenberg, Craig, or Stan, they're just going to be happy to be nominated because the top 4 of this category are all performances. In most years, you'd be like, that's the easy winner. Not the case this year. There are no easy winners. We have 4 outstanding performances. I mean, I haven't seen Brody in The Brutalist yet, but he's the frontrunner for a reason. Supporting actress is a battle of 2 divas. Not really diva people, but 2 women who did excellent in their musical roles, maybe being more of a lead actor instead of a supporting actor. But that's Zoe Saldana and Ariana Grande. They're the 2 women winning the most supporting actress categories across the board. They're the 2 standouts right now for me when it comes to potential winners in this category. And the 2 that I think are the only ones you can kind of say are locks for supporting actress. This category is kind of up in the air all around. If The Substance is doing well, then I think Margaret Qualley can get in there as a solid 3. Isabella Rossellini is getting in a lot of places. She's a lot more of a quieter, much more of a smaller performance in Conclave. But if she's kind of getting in, she's right now on Gold Derby, their 3rd odds maker to get nominated. So I think you kind of say she could get nominated. You have, Monica Barbaro and Elle Fanning from A Complete Unknown. They've kind of been left out everywhere. Daniel Detweiler in The Piano Lesson, Anjanou Ellis-Taylor, and Nickel Boys, 2 women who've been snubbed by the Oscars before. Is there going to be a want to bring them back into the nomination pool from those past snubs? You have Felicity Jones in The Brutalist, which seemed like a lock beginning of the year, but she's missed a few places, so kind of not sure where Felicity Jones will land. If The Brutalist is a big, beloved heavyweight Best Picture contender, Felicity Jones should move through here in this 5. But if it's not that heavy of a contender, if it's not that big, Oppenheimer type behemoth, then you could see Detweiler, Ellis-Taylor kind of come in. If you're going to, Selena Gomez is still an option. They love Amelia Perez a lot. So there's a lot of women who are fighting for these top spots. As far as a winner, I think Grande is still my favorite as a winner pick right now, but Zoe Saldana getting a chance to win here would not surprise me given that she's been in the industry longer. The Academy really loves Amelia Perez. She has a really flashy musical scene overall halfway through the movie. This category is the biggest question mark for me because, let's say you do Saldana, let's say you do Grande. I believe in Rossellini getting in, so that's 3. And I do believe The Substance is getting a lot of love, and it's a movie to me that's not showing any type of slowdown, only speed up. So I have Qualley in at 4, so that means I'm doing Jones, Ellis-Taylor, Gomez, Barbaro, Detweiler. I think it's going to be Daniel Detweiler. I'm not fully bought in until I see The Brutalist that this hype train's there. But we'll see if Felicity Jones sneaks in that 5th spot. But tell me, who are your 5 for supporting actress? And who's going to win between Saldana and Grande? That seems to be the biggest contending category in terms of one and two this season. Finally, we have supporting actor. And this one seems pretty limited down to 6 names. 6 names for nominations, and then kind of one name out there that has a real chance at being the frontrunner winner. But I think there's a couple people that could surprise overall. Kieran Culkin in A Real Pain is very much a lead in the movie, but they're putting him in the supporting category, and he's been getting most of the supporting actor awards all through the critic groups and stuff. We'll see if he's able to take it home the Golden Globe here this weekend. Again, a good speech may put a stamp on him being that easy actor who wins everything along the way. But in the mix here, you have Guy Pearce from The Brutalist, who is starting to build kind of a campaign from the public, being like, Culkin was great, but we kind of saw him do that in Succession. You know who really was amazing? Guy Pearce in The Brutalist. So I can't wait to see Guy Pearce in that movie. Please, A24, get it to theaters as soon as possible if you're here in Boise, especially in IMAX. I will pay the tickets for IMAX. Yuri Borisov is another contender who I think is, as Anora is kind of staying in its frontrunner status, Borisov is moving up and up and up the list in terms of contenders. If Anora becomes the favorite film, much like The Brutalist, Borisov can pick up the acting award here for its much more laid-back but powerful performance from Anora. Clarence Mackland in Sing Sing is somebody who's kind of on that edge. I loved him. He was nominated for a Joshka. You can watch my end-of-the-year Oscars if I ran them here on the channel. He seems to be kind of on the edge. Edward Norton was fantastic at A Complete Unknown. He's kind of on the edge. And then Denzel Washington is always Denzel Washington. Do we think his name alone and that pretty much movie-carrying performance in Gladiator 2 will put him in the supporting actor category? We'll have to see. I mean, if I'm going to narrow down my 5, I'm sorry, Denzel, but I'm going to take you out. I'm going to have Culkin, Pearce, Borisov, and Norton as my 5, with Mackland rounding that out. But I wouldn't be surprised to see a Washington get in instead of a Mackland. I wouldn't be surprised to see, Edward Norton be left out. I mean, Stanley Tucci for Conclave, he hasn't been seen popping up anywhere. I think in a lot of ways, whoever wins these Critics' Choice and Golden Globe nominations, it's very important to the voting body, seeing you there giving that speech, kind of giving a campaign. This is one as far as a winner. I think Culkin, if he has a great speech at Golden Globes, he can easily run away this award season, but I would not put the likes of Guy Pearce. I mean, Denzel is still Denzel. Yuri Borisov, and even Clarence Mackland, that real life story element and that real life campaign. If Sing Sing starts building momentum, Mackland can jump back up in the beginning. This is very much dependent for me on Culkin if he can seize control of this race, much like Divine Joy Randolph and Robert Downey Jr. did all during award season last year for the supporting categories, with amazing speeches after amazing speeches after amazing speeches, where you just wanted to keep giving them the award because you feel like they deserved it for this performance. Culkin needs to nail that, I feel, come Golden Globes if he does win it. But yeah, that's all the acting categories here. Who do you think is going to be the biggest surprise come Oscar nomination day? And who do you think are going to be the main winners here come Oscar Sunday later on this year? Tell me in the comments down below. Like and subscribe for more award coverage content. And I'll see you hopefully on Golden Globe Sunday, where we live watch it here together on the channel.